My gente, you know what it is. Today we are doing boxing. We are talking about fighter of the year, knockout of the year, and the best fight of the year. At least, in my opinion, which I watch a lot of it, and possibly, obviously, it's my point of view. You might not agree, but I do watch a shitload of boxing. Not as much as the people I follow on Instagram, the people I follow on YouTube, they are super hardcores, but I watch enough where I'm like, okay, they may agree with me. You guys may disagree because you don't watch as much as me, so you might go and look for that fight. Or what did that fighter do? Drum roll. Again, I'm doing women's fighter, women's fight, and women's knockout of the year. I am going to start with fighter, then fight, and then KO, so you guys can go and watch the highlights. If I can find it in the description, I'll put it in the description below. If I can't, I am sorry. I'm not trying to be lazy, I just don't know how to do it. I wish I can give you the video here so you can be like, damn. But I feel like my video would get flagged. So I'm sorry, I won't do it. Okay? Anyways, here we go. Women's Fighter of the Year. I could have easily gone with Katie Taylor. I could have easily gone with Jonas. I could have easily gone with, what's her badass name? Michaela Mayer. Right? And Fundora, who went undisputed. But because she announced her retirement and she's retired officially, her last fight was her becoming undisputed. I will give it to Cenicia Estrada. Right? Bravo. Wait up. I forgot which button it is, so I don't want to ruin it. But I wish it was this one. No, I'm just I don't know. I'm just messing. I don't know if it was or not. We'll figure it out if it was or not. Regardless of the situation, is she deserves it. She went up, started fighting all the champions, and she fought the last one, and she won it pretty close. I thought it was gonna be more of a. I thought it was gonna be more of a wash, like 9-3, 8-4. But for me, it was a very, very close fight, and I loved it. It could have been also fight of the year, but I'm giving her fighter of the year for the women's. She definitely deserves it. Enjoy your retirement. For fight of the year. Now, when I say when girls get down, girls get fucking down. Sometimes I would say that when a woman gives you a fight of the year, their fights are a lot better than the men's fight of the year. In this particular case, I believe that this, even if it's a woman's, it deserves to be fight of the year, in my opinion, for the whole year, for men and women. That's how great it was. Um, a lot of people don't agree to that because they say that girls don't know how to box. I'm in for the entertainment value, and I was fucking entertained. Michaela Mayer versus Sandy Ryan. Ladies and gentlemen, go watch the fight. That was a fight. These girls wanted to fucking fight. It was amazing from first round all the way to the 12th round, or sorry, 10th round. And it was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm so happy I did not miss it. It was on a Friday night and it made my night. Like I said, you can't go wrong. Michaela Mayer, every time she comes to each fight, she brings it. She was great against Jonas. She was roughed against Jonas. That freaking fight with Hamadouche. And now she's giving me an, ¿cómo se llama con esta? Es, Alicia Baumgartner. That was another fight of the year for women. And now this one. I do know people saw the Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor as a bigger deal because there was more eyes on it. But I gotta give it to this one. It was more of a cleaner fight. You saw more punches landed. You saw the power punches. It was a great exchange between both girls. You gotta give them up to them. Michaela Mayer, Sandy Wright, go watch the fight now. Now, for the knockout woman of the year. Usually, girls don't get a lot of knockouts, and when it happens, it's like wow, cause it happens. Pero son like wow, like damn. And I gotta say, this one, I fell in love the way that it was. Boom, boom. She gets up. She's like, I'm good. She's trying to pretend that she's good. Boom, boom. Knockout, baby. And of course, I'm talking about Fundora versus Alanis for the undisputed belts. And Fundora just put a masterclass on that Argentinian Alanis. The way she set her up, the way she landed it, that girl was not getting up. She was not getting up. And she should have stayed down in the first one and it wouldn't have been a knockout of the year. But because she got up and it still landed, game over. A beautiful knockout. Very well deserved. Go watch it, people. Fundura versus Alanis. Now, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? We're going to the men's section. You know, maybe in the future I will give you a lot more than just these three options. Like I can tell you the worst fighter of the year. I can tell you the greatest loser of the year. I can tell you upset of the year. And I can give you one upset of the year. I can give you two. But because I didn't give you for the women's, I don't think it's fair for the women's. But I'll do it for the upset because there was two of them that come to my eye right away. But I'll give you the bigger one, AJ. I was confident enough to say that AJ was going to knock him out. He got knocked out. It wasn't a big arena where, God, I did not think that was going to... I don't think anybody expected that. There is one channel that did say it, and they meant it. But I don't recall his I forgot his name. Oh, Rummy's Corner. He said it, and I was like, can it happen? It was that aura, that mystical, because we're thinking, I'm like, the boy can knock him out if he lands. And my God, did he fucking land. He continued to land and land some more. Upset of the year. The other one, a lot of people would say is Munguia, because Munguia is a name. And this one knocked him out with a guy with 4 knockouts, and he knocked him out. Munguia did get up, and I've seen fighters get stopped by worse damage than what Munguia. I don't know if Munguia would have lasted, but he did get up, so it was a TKO. While the Joshua, he got knocked out, right? And it was a beautiful knockout. So that was the upset of the year, AJ versus Dubois. Fighter of the year goes to... This one was hard, a little bit hard, right? A little bit hard, cause people were gonna say, "Oh, Canelo fought 2 undefeated fighters, Munguia and Berlanga, 2 young fighters." People were gonna say, "Oh, Dubois knocked out AJ." Right? People were gonna say, "Oh, freaking Alexander Usyk beat Fury twice." People are going to say, better beef went undisputed against Bivol. He also beat Kalen Smith, his mandatory. Naoya Inoue still going strong undefeated. Terrence Crawford going on champion on his 4th division, beating a solid undefeated champion in Madronov. You can go a lot of ways. The way that I'm going, as much as I love better beef, because he was the underdog going into that fight, the first fight, you know where I'm going now. I gotta give it to Alexander Usyk because he was the underdog going into the first fight. When he goes into the second fight, a lot of people still had him as an underdog because freaking Fury came in. What was it? 40 pounds heavier? 40 pounds heavier? And you're like, damn, really? and Usyk still took the fight to him, almost sweeping every round on the AI judging scorecard. I had it 7-5 or 8-4 to Usyk, just like the same card. I actually said he was gonna knock him out. It didn't happen, but it's okay. Fighter of the year, Alexander Usyk. We're gonna go with fight of the year. For fight of the year, we could have gone Bam versus Gallo, back and forth, two knockdowns, ends with a knockout. No, we could have gone the Munguia versus that Persian cat. Was he Persian? Iranian guy, I think it was. I forgot his name, but the one after Canelo, that one was a back and forth action, a really good back and forth action. We could have gone again the Alexander Usyk fights, right? You couldn't even gone. No, you can't actually go for the AJ fight, because that was a nasty beating. Right? You could have gone. What other fight was there that caught my eye? Oh yeah, the Calum Smith versus Better Beef early on in the year, where it was back and forth action. I was like, okay, okay, okay. Well, there was a lot of fights that deserved it. But I believe the one that definitely deserves fight of the year, it has to be better BF versus Bivol for undisputed crown. 23-0, 20-0, both undefeated. Once a knockout artist, once a boxer. We had a beautiful fight. The fight of the feet. Power, stamina, boxing skills, stamina, movement, cutting corners. Everybody said a robbery. I don't think it was a robbery. I had it 7-5. I did have swing rounds. Not all the fights have to end on a draw. Like I said, I had it 7-5. I had it on my comment section. No, I gave it to him. It's okay. If Bibble would have won, I would have been like, all right, it's no robbery. Because I had swing rounds. That's why they're swing rounds for a reason. But in this particular case, Better Beef did win. And can't wait for February 22nd for part 2. Can we get another amazing fight from these guys? Put it out there, man. Fight of the year. Better Beef Bivol. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. Knockout of the year. Bam versus Gallo. Goes to the body. Beautiful knockout. No, it's not that one. As much as I would have liked to seen it, it's just not that one. You had the Tank Davis versus Frank Martin, which a lot of people said he was gonna knock him out, and it happened. Beautiful knockout, right? Yeah, why not? You had the what was it, Lomachenko knockout against Kambosos to become a champion again. Pretty good knockout, solid good knockout. This year, I would say that this year it was more of the body knockouts, right? Going to the body knockout. IG Caballel, who knocked out Martin and who knocked out Akhmadov. You know? But no, it leads to 3. And I'm going to give honorable mentions to one. One is particular my favorite one, but I'm not going to choose that one. I will tell you which one, right? People are going to say the AJ versus Dubois. Yes, I gave you the upset. That's the upset, right? But AJ versus Dubois, it was a great knockout. It was. But I just believe the one I'm going to choose is better. And then my favorite one. The reason I can't choose this one as the main one, even though it's probably the best knockout of the year, because of the lies behind it, right? Because of the lies behind it. There's a particular UFC fighter that fought Tyson Fury. His name's Francis Ngannou, who dropped Fury, who a lot of people said he won, etc., etc. Joe Rogan started fucking sucking his dick and shit, and he was like glazing him. Oh, he can beat anyone in this world, and people love to glaze him. And the thing is that for me, Fury was always overrated when it came to power and overrated as a boxer. Like, he would only fight good against certain boxers. and he took this fight as like lightly, but he wouldn't have the power to knock out Ngannou because Fury's overrated in power. So going into the AJ fight, everybody believes in this aura. Why? Oh, because AJ's chinny. No, AJ's not chinny. AJ has fought a lot of the top 10 fighters in his era that Fury has not fought, that Wilder never fought, that Dubois hasn't fought. So for them to say that AJ was chinny going into, I'm like, easy money. Put some money down. I knew it was going to be a knockout. I just didn't think it was going to happen that fast. And my God, was that a beautiful knockout. The reason I don't choose it as the best knockout of the year, because at the end of the day, Francis Ngannou is a UFC fighter. He's not a boxer. He has no reason to be there. He can possibly be a light-fisted fighter. Maybe someone like Jarrell Miller. Maybe someone like, what's his name? Like Frankie Sanchez. Maybe, because he does move around. Maybe he beats someone. No, he does beat Otto Wallin because he does have power. But when it comes to the echelon, I don't think he knocks out anyone else because he's not a boxer. So the boxing for a boxing fight for knockout of the year, my favorite one of the year, which was hilarious, Zhang Zhang versus Deontay Wilder. The way that he fucking landed that shit, he spun and he's like, oh, and then he gets him again. Oh my God. That was on repeat for many, 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 many months and days and seconds and minutes because finally the hype of Wilder is gone. He's washed. Get away from my screen, you one-trick pony. And thank you, Zhang Zhang, at 41 years old for doing your thing. Go watch the knockout. Get chulada. Es más, that knockout and Funduras versus Alanis were a toda madre. My favorite knockout was AJ versus Ngannou. And Joe Rogan never apologized for saying those words. But it's okay. I'll give him a pass. But that knockout, que chulada. A toda pinche madre. You guys have a good night, a good morning, and a good evening.